it was something, kind of something to think about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was.
And she did it back on September 13th. Obviously, it's been about 2 weeks since that happened. And maybe she may be up tonight. And I'm going to pull it up. Her name is Affirmation Bay. Affirmation Bay 1. And she tweeted. She said, most black men grow up watching their mama do everything on her own. Do you think that's why some men expect their woman to do the same? And why they choose to do the bare minimum in relationships? Now I want you to let this sink that in. Let me read it again.
Yeah.
She said most black men. So she's talking about the blacks. She ain't talking about nobody else but black men.
Yeah.
Most black men grew up watching their mama do everything on her own. Do you think that's why some men expect their woman to do the same? And why they choose to do the bare minimum in relationships? Why they choose to do the bare minimum in relationship? So, Roti, if you can, when you hear that tweet, when you see that tweet, when you see something like that, and you look and you sit back and you gaze on the tweet and you sit back and me and you, we like to sit back and we like to simmer on things for a second.
Yeah, we do.
We don't like to just automatically I'm just gonna up and run my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna go in beside these two responses that she have right there. I'm not even gonna go down to see the rest of the response because I want what you think or what you feel when you see something like that.
Yeah. And like you say, kind of fair use to be fair.
Yeah.
You did share that with me a couple weeks ago. So like when I saw it, I already knew I sat on it and marinated on it and like, man, what do I think about that? So,
right.
It ain't just off the top of the dome to be fair,
right.
But like how I see that is, of course of course there are guys out there that fit that profile, what I mean? But
because she said most. She said most. She didn't say all.
She did say most. She did say Well, most that's over 50%. So that's that's about when she talk about three quarters of, she talk about a lot of us, you know what I mean?
Three quarters of the community, huh?
The way I took that is I don't know if it was on social media or a movie. I don't remember where it was, but like I saw something where two people was raised in the same household, and it had to be on social media because it was a story about two brothers was raised with an alcoholic father, and one brother was like, "I'll never touch this as long as I live," because he saw what it did to his father.
Yeah,
and the other brother became an alcoholic. So like, I don't really like. I don't think that's what she's doing, but like, I don't really like placing the blame on, let's just say the moms. It's really on us. You know what I'm saying? Since she's talking about black men, I think people make a choice on what direction they're gonna go in. You know what I mean? Because like I got a brother I was raised with, and a lot of people was like, they don't think we brothers because it's like we like polar opposites, and we raised the same way.
Exactly.
So. And no knock on him. We just different. That's just what it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, I think I think the people that do the bare minimum in a relationship and looking for that, their girl to be their mom and don't do nothing, they're making a choice to do that.
Yeah.
And if we want to expand it a little bit, let's just say the relationship lasted, let's just say 4 or 5 years, and he was doing the bare minimum for 4 or 5 years. Well, that woman got to take some accountability too for staying with that man. If if she has a problem with the man doing the bare minimum, if it's a problem, you got to get about. You make the choice to stay in that too. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, like I said, honestly, you know, speaking personally, I don't do the bare minimum in anything I do. You know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna put my all into it, or not do it. That's just how I am. But like,
right.
You know, I would be definitely remiss to say that there's not dudes out there that fit that profile. It is. It's probably a lot of them, but I think a lot of them do it because they can get away with it because you're gonna still stay in a relationship with them. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I think in my opinion, it goes across the board of accountability. You know what I'm saying? But what you think?
Well, yeah. I mean, when you think about seeing their mom, when she said a lot of them see their mom do everything, so they expect a woman to do everything. When I hear a woman say they expect a woman to do everything, that means I'm assuming that this man is just at home laying up, don't want to do nothing, ain't cleaning, ain't cooking, ain't helping with the house. It's not like he lost a job, he just don't want to go seek a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not like he have kids and helping with the kids. He just don't want to help the kids. He would rather her dig into the money she bringing in to pay for daycare still while he just sit at home.
Yeah.
Or go run the streets or whatever like that. So I mean, when I hear this, when I hear somebody say a woman do everything, like the mama did, well, obviously the mama did everything because either the mama chose to leave her relationship for whatever reason, to where she's on her own being a single parent and she can't reunite and find new love or whatever she's going through. So she's a single parent. So what happens is when you don't stay with the father of your kid or you're not married, you choose to be by yourself. So that means you choose to put yourself in a position to where 9 times out of 10, you have to do everything by yourself.
Yeah.
If you don't have effective parenting, co-parenting with the father.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's true.
You know, so if the mother is solely doing everything by herself, and when he talks about men wanting their women to do the same, like you said, a woman has to take accountability on being with a man that see it's a difference with being with a man who's shooting shots and the shot's not landing. He's attempting to go out there and put forward effort to try to help you contribute.
Oh yeah.
Or to try to provide something.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's putting forth effort. He's out seeking for jobs. He's online trying to fill out jobs. He's doing 2 or 3 applications a day. He's doing something. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And his shots just not landing. It's a difference when you're shooting, your shots not landing, and when you just not doing nothing. And sometimes a lot of these women misconstrue a man who's shooting and his shots not landing with him not doing nothing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
2 totally different scenarios.
His best efforts in the season that he in, they still don't respect it. You know?
Yeah.
It's 2 totally different efforts.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? And for a man, now she's saying, and that's why you think they choose to do the bare minimum in relationships. Now, when you talk about somebody doing the bare minimum, that means you just alluded to that they are doing something, but you perceive it as the bare minimum.
Yeah, that's true.
They doing something. You perceive because what most women understand. I've seen it happen. I had a homeboy who was a teacher.
Okay.
I had a homeboy who was a teacher. He went to school. He got his degree. He worked at a job. He worked at school. He had his career.
Okay.
But all he wanted to do was teach. That's his thing.
Yeah, that's his passion.
His woman wanted him to do more than what he was doing. So at the end of the day, it's like you doing about minimum because you got a degree and you just teaching because you see a teaching job is not enough money in your eyes. But this man, like, I'm perfectly good with just teaching. Yeah. The bills are getting paid. I'm straight. We straight.
Yeah.
We ain't lacking on nothing. but you want me to go over and beyond.
Yeah.
When I'm done with my career and I'm done, I come home and I be at home. No, but you want me to do extra.
Exactly.
You want me to milk this degree in 5, 6 different ways. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you saying that this man is doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's what you perceive as the bare minimum, because
true.
What you perceive as the bare minimum, the next woman may think it's a whole, I'm happy for this man.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I think it's all about what a person wants. And if I tell women like this, if you want a man that's a nonstop like hustle mindset, go get him. Go get him. If you know this, it's simply, if you know this man is just this is all I want to do and that's it, I'm in my safe space, I'm in my comfortable space. If you know that's not for you, just move around.
Move around.
You know what I'm saying? But there's a woman that this man comfortable space, and he just go do his 9 to 5, and he come home and want to be with his woman and come home and want to pay attention to it. See, this is the problem. I'm doing my job, and our bills are getting paid. Now I want to come home and spend my extra time working on building my relationship.
Yeah.
But no, you want me to spend that time building on relationships, trying to build 4 or 5 new different streams of income.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, when this man out here saying he's an unlimited hustler, nonstop, trying to start all these business, and then now when you talk about he lacking in a relationship, what's gonna be the issue then?
Exactly.
So I feel like when you talk about stuff like this, it can always lead to an issue, but it's about the perspective of a person. So at the end of the day, like I said, what's bare minimum to you?
Yeah.
It's not bare minimum to the next woman.
Yeah.
What may be bare minimum to the Black community, the Hispanic community love it, as we see.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. As we see, brothers go and leave and go to other communities, and what they bring to the other communities, them women love it. Like, this is just right. But you, the sister over here, telling me it's bare minimum. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
You feel what I'm saying? You want me to take you on a trip all 4 seasons. But I just took this woman from another community just on 1 trip a year, and she happy with that.
And yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or not even on another community, just another sister. Another sister might be happy with 1 trip a year, but you want one every season. Every time the seasons change.
Yeah.
So it's about what you perceive as bare minimum.
Exactly. Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yep. You know, kind of go on that point you said about, well, the first point you was like, when you said that most black men, if you're not doing nothing, like where he laying up under her, no job, like, running the streets, taking the money, not doing nothing, I think I think that those dudes do definitely exist, because like, let's keep it real, they out there. But I also think that if we just talk about black men, or men in general, black men, more men out there, they grind, they do what they got to do. They
try to do over in abundance.
Yeah, they work. They'll come home, be with the kids, and spend time with the family. But the thing says most black men grow up watching their mom. So most of us, it's like, do the bare minimum, like you said at the beginning, where he ain't doing nothing. Nah, I think most black men, they out there, they work their job, and they come home and they help with the kids, and they put the effort in. But like you said, most black men, like, kind of get overlooked, I guess. You know what I mean? And the spotlight get put on, like, the dudes that's in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like, let's just go back in history. You know what I mean? Like, what's glamorized in the black community is hustling and, in the streets and all that. Not really just being the dude that work a 9 to 5 and come home and be with his family like that. Them dudes don't really get a lot of attention like that. You know what I'm saying? Most dudes are like, that if you try to see, okay, what a black man is do, with his pants off his ass hanging out on the corner in the streets or whatever. But that's not the majority of us, though. You know what I'm saying? The majority of out there, we handling our business with, whatever it is. We in our lane, and we trying to do the right things. You know what I mean? So like that's why I agree. I disagree with her saying most black men do the bare minimum.
Yeah. So because when you saying we do the bare minimum, like I said, what's bare minimum to you, is not bare minimum to the next.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, true.
Because let's be honest. If we being real, a man, right?
Okay.
Black, we could just stick to black man. We could stick to any man, but it's just a man.
Yeah.
Say for instance, all grown men right here who are single, living on their own, where their money can afford. So that means whether this brother has a 1-bedroom apartment, whether this brother has a 2-bedroom apartment, whether this brother has a 3-bedroom apartment as a single man, or whether this brother has a 2-bedroom house, whether this brother has a 3-bedroom house, or whatever his money afford, this single man, whatever his money can afford, a woman can move into whatever his money could afford with her money. And if she is able to submit to where he at, they can live just fine. But this is the problem. So his money could actually provide and take care of her. If she's, but this is the problem. By the world standard, if he living in a 2-bedroom apartment and he's a single man by himself, he's taking care of everything in his 2-bedroom apartment. All you got to do is just put your body in there and bring your money. We gonna be fine.
Straight.
But this is your problem. When you move into his space, his kingdom, what his money can afford, that's not good for you though. We gotta move and get the house. Well, that's what his money can't afford.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you know his money can't afford that, this is the thing. So you got to understand, men most likely don't move until they trying to impress women. Everything men do is to impress women. Everything men do is to gain the attention of women. And most men end up putting themselves in a bind behind trying to get the attention of a woman. Why? Because my 2-bedroom apartment ain't enough. So I gotta put myself in a neighborhood that I know I really can't afford right now, because if I don't, I really won't get no broads.
Yeah.
I gotta put myself in this car because if I don't need a car note right now, but guess what? I gotta get this car note because ain't no woman trying to chill me in this old car that I got with 300,000 miles on there, and maybe the door is a different color. Ain't no woman trying to be seen with me in that.
Yeah.
So I gotta buy a new car. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Men put themselves in financial binds trying to please and captivate women. Why? Because women's expectations are so far up here. If you think about it, most men will be perfectly fine living in a 2-bedroom apartment, or most single men with no kids will be perfectly fine living in a 2-bedroom apartment with some workout gear in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With a little home, with his little ideal of a home gym.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? Or his little ideal of a studio, his little ideal of his pastime. Most men will be perfectly fine with doing that. But when you want to get the attention of a woman, guess what? You got to do a little extra more spruce.
You can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
You got to do it. You got to do a little extra more extravagant. You know what I'm saying? You got to go buy the crazy, a little bit more crazy wardrobe or whatever, because you're doing it all to gain the attention of women. Men go in debt every day behind trying to please women. So at the end of the day, it's if you perceiving my best efforts, or you perceiving my comfortable space, if you perceiving my place of ease is bare minimum, maybe you just not the woman for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what brothers have to start seeing.
Yeah.
You cannot let her expectations of what she feel like you should be doing not move you off your note so much to where now you in lack. Now you operating off of a deficit.
Yeah.
Behind trying to please this woman expectations.
Yeah. Them the facts.
You know?
Yeah.
Because just imagine every move you made and somebody said, man, that's the bare minimum. And you try to please they perception of your move by doing something else because they feel like it's a bare minimum.
Yeah.
You'll never be happy for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they'll still say it's the bare minimum.
It's bare minimum. Yeah.
So do I think black men are doing the bare minimum? There are a lot of them. There are a lot. I get what you're saying. I get what she's saying. She said she can't understand why in a world where you can shoot unlimited opportunities, or you're not shooting for unlimited opportunities. And I get it. Everybody just not built like that.
Everybody not built like that.
So what you need to do is, like I told women in the Root series, put yourself in line vision of those men who are shooting, who want that over in abundance.
Yeah.
You got to put yourself in the vision of a man like that. You know what I'm saying? Before you give yourself to men who only want to operate in a comfortable space. Yeah. If you know that man comfortable space ain't for you, you need to move around.
Yeah.
But what do most women do? They'll see a man in this comfortable face and they think they fine enough, they beautiful enough, they have these type of words enough to make him want to move and do more. Nah, man. Yeah. You ain't gonna be able to force that man to do more than what he's doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he ain't already doing it, just it was fun while it lasted, but this ain't for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man. What they say, find your lane, man, and stay in it.
So at the end of the day, and I'm gonna close on this with this. If you with a man who doing the bare minimum, it's because you choose to be with a man who doing the bare minimum.
There you go. There you go.
Or your perception is just so off that or maybe you just need to check your spirit and check your perspective and wonder why you are never pleased with anything. Because it honestly could be just your perspective.
That's a fair point.
You may feel like every man supposed to give you the world. Well, I mean, I can't knock you for feeling how you feel, but hey, life don't work like that, baby girl. Life don't work like that, bucko.
Yeah.
It don't. Yeah. It don't.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up.
It just don't.
Yeah.
You feel me? So
I think everybody just needs to find their lane and stay in it. Don't try to be in somebody else's lane doing what they doing or whatever. And if you meet somebody that you want to be in a relationship, make sure y'all go in the same direction. You know what I mean? You can't your lane can't be going east and your partner lane going west, and y'all ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna work. If y'all go in the same direction, y'all be all right, But if, like you say, if what you're doing is not enough for whoever, well, that person got to find, find the person that's doing enough for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you said, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Don't try to change nobody because it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it's not gonna work trying to change people, man.
You're gonna waste your time, man.
Yeah. You see one of these daughters of mine and got
I see it. I already see, man.
They crept up over here. I gotta make sure baby sister don't creep up on here because she gonna come and get right on camera and just fall up off.
Yeah.
But
that's the one that always be on camera when she get up, man.
So with that being said, man, let's get into strolling down his TL and seeing what the TL got.